What's up, you guys? All you true Americans out there. I'm American, you know, hard and true American. I actually want my window open. I actually opened my curtains. Got the little light right there. Got a little light shining on my wall. It's pretty good. But I want to talk about something personal. Alright. So, you know how I got my Cubs shirt? I got my Cubs. Hold on, if I can just show you guys in the light. There's my Cubs shirt. And it's hard to see where the hole is, but I guess it's alright to wear. Hope to God that it don't get bigger. Hopefully not. There's my there's my grandpa's team, the Yankees. I actually didn't get this from my grandpa, but I didn't even get to know my grandpa practically. My grandpa didn't really have money for all that stuff, but when my grandpa was alive, the only sport team he ever watched was baseball, and he only watched the Yankees. Like, that was his only team he ever watched, was the Yankees. But he also loved other baseball teams too. But like I said, I was trying to watch baseball last night, but I was too darn tired last night. I went to bed extra early and got up extra early. See, this is where I wish they had baseball games. This is where I wish they had games at early times, like 6 o'clock, the latest. So if I wanted to stay up, I could. But let's get something personal. So, baseball versus football. So, baseball versus football. Who has an advantage over each other? Is it baseball? Or is it football? Well, let's get down to that. The reason most true Americans and mostly Trump supporters like rather than football is baseball. I mean, think about it. What occurs on the American history of baseball happens to fall on any American holiday, whether it's Memorial Day or the 4th of July, which is Independence Day. I would watch Independence Day, but I might have to watch Independence Day earlier this year. Because if I watch it, I might have to watch it like a couple days prior. And then watch a Cubs game on the 4th of July. I watch a Cubs game on the 4th of July. You know. But like I said, so which one has a better advantage, football or baseball? Well, for one, baseball has 162 games a season. That's a lot. So you have plenty of time to watch a baseball game. But football is in football is more contact sport. Baseball is kind of a contact sport, but it's like, okay, so you run into the catcher, that's not a penalty. Now, if you run into a quarterback without the football, then that's a flag automatically. I think football throws too many flags in the game of football. In the game of football, I think the NFL throws way too many flags. It's like, what do they call a pass interference when it's not pass interference? In baseball, it's different. In baseball, you guys watch a game either at home. This year you gotta watch it at home, but next year I'm pretty sure 100% you guys will go back to a baseball game with no time once you guys get the vaccine. They'll be start allowing fans in there. But here's the thing about football. I like football because, some stuff is okay and some stuff is not. NFL, you could watch a game on any NFL Sunday, but like I said, you're more likely to miss a football game than a baseball game, because baseball games happen for 162 days of the year. 162 days of the year. Now that's a lot of games. If you don't add the playoffs, the postseason and spring training. But if you're one of those guys like me that switches up their sport to, I used to be 100% football fan, but now it's like kind of getting boring. Too much commercials for one. Baseball don't have a lot of commercials on their games because it takes too much time. Practically, what it does, it takes too much time away from the game itself. If you're playing a game of football, you won't probably be back. You won't see your favorite team on the field unless, if you're watching the game of football, you won't see your favorite team on TV until like 1 or 2 minutes and a half and after the 1.5 or 2.5 minutes, you're back on the field. Your team is back on the field. But in baseball, only time it has about a minute to go for commercials. A minute. So each commercial would have to be at least, I would say 20 seconds. It had to be 20 seconds. 20 seconds I would have to say in an average baseball commercial. But like I said, who would win? Well, one thing baseball has is no timeouts. 0 timeouts. And that's a good thing. Your outs are your timeouts. Actually, no. There's no timeouts. There's no clock on baseball. The reason is, your clock on baseball is the outs. You get 27 outs a game. So on that note, you have plenty of time to watch the baseball game, and they have 9 innings. In football, you only get 4 quarters. That ain't much. Nope. In baseball, it gives you time to do something while you're watching the game. I would like to go. I can't wait for next year to watch a baseball game next year in Rockford, Illinois. I wouldn't mind watching a baseball game in Rockford. The reason I can't wait to watch a baseball game in Rockford, because what do you get out of a baseball game? If the damn virus is lifted, I hope it is, whenever we get the damn vaccine going, I want to go to a baseball game in Rockford, Illinois. And yes, there is a baseball field in Rockford, Illinois. And plus, you're easily to go to that game than buying a ticket at a professional, at the MLB. You're more likely to buy a ticket at, let's say, professional baseball game than going to a professional football game. NFL raises their prices on tickets every single year. MLB drops their ticket sales. They sometimes have good sales on tickets. But the Rockford Rivets game I'm possibly going to next year, it's like the MLB, but it's a little bit more, possibly a little bit more cheaper. I just go to the box office and get my tickets. Of course, with a little help from my dad. My dad will help me with that. So yeah, but if it's not, but I just want to go into, but if not this year, next year I'm pretty sure I will get a chance to, in 2021, I'm pretty sure, or 2022, I'm pretty sure I can go to a Rockford Rivets game and get a hot dog, get a bag of chips, get a soda, sit down, watch my favorite baseball team play. Now, the reason is I love football. Don't get me wrong. I love football. The game of football is actually okay these days. But there's more people are playing baseball than there is football players. We have way too many baseball players than there is football players. And some high schools are canceling the sport. They're getting rid of some of the positions that they don't need anymore. So what's that going to do with the college level and the professional level? Well, I think it's going to the college level will slowly die second. High school level would be the first one to die. The high school football players will drop significantly by 2030. We will have no football players whatsoever in high school. I found that out today. So once high school drops their football program, what's that going to do with the college and the professional level? There's a lot of people that retire at a young age in football. Especially some of the players go to college and they don't want nothing to do with the NFL. And here's the problem. I'm only going to be a football fan for this year. And that's right. I'm going to be a football fan just for this year. But starting next year, guess where my money's going to go once in a while? Baseball. And guess what? Got my baseball somewhere. I don't know where. Oh, here it is. Spending my money on this. You know what I'm going to spend my money on? Take a guess. Illinois. New York. Watch. I got a Cubs shirt and a Yankee jersey. So, I've been a Yankees fan for 23 years as well. But, like I said, there's people out there in my days that, will I get rid of my football stuff? No. I will not get rid of my football stuff. I might put my football gear away, and maybe at my not at my parents' house. I would probably try to put my football stuff in a storage room. That's where I want to put mine. Because when I'm done with football this year, rather than I'm not gonna watch no more football. Actually, starting next year, I'm not watching no more football. Hell no. Especially those cheap ass son of a bitches out there that don't really care. And a lot of football players these days get paid high price. Why do they get paid more money? And they go out there in the community and they do some stupid shit. Well, I'll tell you one thing. 99% of football players are criminals. They are criminals. They don't care about the American tradition. Ooh, that looks good. See that? That looks good. Chicken fillet. I haven't been there, but anyways, I would like to watch a football game that inspires America. So that means that they have to stand for the flag. Stand for the flag. Support the police officers, the men and women police officers, and support the men and women in the military. Our military, not anyone else's. I do not support any other country's military except for the ones in the United States and America. And yes, I got an American flag, by the way. Just so you guys can see what I have. Trying to show you guys this. America. But anyways, once football this year is done, whether the Panthers make the playoffs or not, I'm done. I am done with football. I will not want nothing to do with football no more. Same thing about my helmets. These helmets will go in my storage room. Go in the storage room for now. Like I said, this will be my grand finale of picks. Whether I win or not, I will do the grand finale. So with that said, I think I know that I've been a fan of the Panthers for 23 years, almost, and by the time it's January 1st, actually no, let's make it earlier. Actually, January 1st, I'm done. All the Panther stuff I would have will be put in that blue bin, and it'll be kept in here, under a lock and key so no one steals it. I don't want no one stealing my shit. Hell no. I get on some of these people here in my group home that tries to come into my room and steal stuff. They don't like what I have to say, but who gives a shit? I got my Panther hat, yes. But I'm going to keep my Panther stuff because, it's memories. My childhood memories that I have. They were my team when I was growing up. And when I was growing up, I also liked baseball. I didn't start liking baseball completely until 2004 when I watched my very first baseball game with my dad. My dad was a Yankees fan. My dad is a Yankees fan. Still is. My grandpa was a Yankees fan before he died in 1996, and I was born in 1997. That's all I want to give you my information. But I just want to try to be like my grandpa Holbert. I want to try to be like him, where I want to be a baseball fan. I liked when he actually was a true baseball fan. He was also a true Yankee fan too, but But you know, only team I can buy once in a while is a Cubs T-shirt. Once in a great while. Only time once, and also maybe a Yankee T-shirt as well. But it depends what I want, what I feel like. But like I said, I went from only times I support my grandpa's team is when the Yankees are playing. And of course they got their butts kicked by the Rays, but you know how that is. Oh shoot, I've been on here for 21 minutes. Well, like, subscribe, and do all sorts of stuff. Peace out, fools.